Welcome back. You've got the auto index, which is holding out in the green, IT giving it company, but by and large, most of your sectors led by PSU banks as well as infra continue to dwindle in the red. But let's focus in closely on what the outlook is when it comes to the metals basket. Steel prices are set to flatten, and we understand that SAIL is in focus on account of their debt reduction plans, the economic recovery, as well as capacity expansion. So let's discuss that and lots more with Anil Kumar Chaudhary. He's the chairman of SAIL, now joining in on the show. Pleasure to have you on board, Mr. Chaudhary. Many thanks for joining in. Just let's start off with giving us a sense of what kind of steel realizations, what kind of spreads you're currently witnessing, because steel prices have been the highest in many years. Do you believe that they are likely to remain at elevated levels, or do you see it flattening out now?
Right. Thank you very much, and good morning to all. As far as prices are concerned, you know it well that the steel prices in the domestic market, they follow the international market. Today, if you find that prices of steel, I can give you an example of HR coil. The prices of HR coil, CFR Vietnam or CFR any destination in Europe, they are prevailing somewhere around $750 to $760 per ton. So I find that the domestic prices are still at a discount of at least rupees 2,000 than the international prices. So given the fact that international prices are on the rise and also the iron ore prices are high, I don't feel that the steel prices will come down in the at least in the next quarter. So they are going to remain firm. And more than that, the demand is very strong in China and the other parts of the world. Given that demand, there is no possibility of steel prices coming down in the near future.
All right. And what about steel demand? Are things now back to pre-COVID utilization levels, or will that take some time? What kind of a timeline are you factoring in?
Maybe I would say we have already come to a level of pre-COVID. And also, you know, that the second half of the financial year is always good for the construction and infra. After the monsoon and after the festive season, the demand for steel always pick up. And now also the same thing is happening. The demand is on the rise. And the infra project and the construction project, they are going on at the full speed. So domestic demand has definitely picked up. And I feel in the coming 3 months, the demand will continue to be robust, be it the flat products or the long products.
Mr. Kumar also wanted to understand, you know, the turnaround, if you look at SAIL in particular, has taken quite a bit of time. Purely from an investor angle, what makes the company so susceptible, you think, to commodity cycles, despite having close to 100% backward integration? What would you want to tell your critics who time and again bring up this particular point?
Ma'am, the key for the steel industry particularly, and I would say for SAIL, lies in increasing the volumes and reducing the debt. This is where we had started working, and we are still working on it. If you see, the volumes of the company are set to go up. This year, despite having lost 50% of production in the first quarter, we are determined to have the production at the same level as we had in the last year. And also, I have already started setting a tone in the company whereby we should be able to bring down our borrowing substantially. I feel by 31st March 21, our borrowing should come down to a level of not more than 40,000 crore. Currently, the borrowings are slightly high because of the receivables, which we have to get from some of the government departments. We are working on that. And I'm very sure as we enter the new financial year 21-22, my volumes are set to go, and I have already set a target of producing more than 19 million ton of crude steel in the coming financial year. It would also be appreciated that in steel industry, generally the fixed cost is very high because of the high manpower, because of the capital intensive nature of the industry. The impact of the wages cost and capital related charges, including interest and depreciation, is high. The moment you increase the production, you are able to bring down your overall cost of production, and the fixed costs get divided over the larger number of units. This is what we have been targeting. And I also must admit that one should not be susceptible to the market changes. one should bring in so much of strength in the company so that the small cycles do not affect the performance of the company. This is what I have done over a period of time. And I can say with proud that in the coming time, as we increase the volume, we will not be looking back and we will only be going towards more profitability in the financial year 21-22 onwards.
Great. I'm sure your investors would really like that message from you. Also help us understand, Mr. Kumar, what's the update on the sale of the loss-making units, Alloy Steel, Salim Steel, Visvesvaraya, and also if there are any other plans for divestment of any other units for better management or value unlocking?
As far as 3 loss-making units are concerned, these are our stainless steel and special steel making plant. The decision has already been taken and the process is underway. In fact, the transaction advisor had already received the bids for disinvestment of 2 plants and the process is on. As far as other plants are concerned, as of now, there is no plan. And all the integrated steel plants of the company, they are hugely in profit and I don't feel there is any need to divest them at this point of time. As we go ahead, and I said earlier that we are going to improve the performance and maybe we will be able to get the same glory as we had in the past decade. That is the largest manufacturer of steel to the nation. And last year we did it and I feel that we will continue to do that in the coming financial years also.
Okay. Are there any plans for divestment of some of the other units for better management or value unlocking?
Yes, we have some idle assets as we modernize our existing plants. We have certain idle assets in the form of old blast furnaces, old mills, and some of the old assets which we are going to scrap and sell it in the market. But as far as divestment is concerned, there is no such plan for the time being. Whatever has been decided by the government, definitely that has to be taken through. Nothing more than that.
And can you walk us through what your Capex plans are? You're the largest steel company in terms of your installed capacity. Can you just give us a sense of that, what your Capex plans are for the year?
Yes, for the current year, we have already upscaled our Capex plan from 4,000 crore to 4,800 crore. And for next year, we have kept a Capex plan of 8,000 crore. And also, we have started working on further expansion and modernization of some of the units, particularly this Rourkela steel plant and Bokaro steel plant. Already, we have started consolidation of the land and other things, and I feel that we should be able to start it sometime in the next financial year.
All right. Mr. Kumar, you've been in charge of SAIL for decades and have overseen a fabulous turnaround. In fact, take us through as your term comes to an end personally, on a personal note, really, what perhaps have been some of the high points, the major turning points that you will look back at, after this fabulous journey that you've seen as the head of Steel Authority.
Right. Thank you very much. No doubt, I had been the Director of Finance of the company for more than 7 years, followed by 27 months of my chairmanship with the company. And I have seen all ups and downs in my career of 36 years. First of all, we must bear in mind that steel is a highly cyclical industry, where now the cyclicality has become very, very strong, and we have a very, very small cycles. We have the cycles as small as 1 year or 1.5 years. We see the downtime and it is followed by the uptime immediately after that. So the strategy for the company has been, and it should remain, that we should increase the volumes as far as possible. And that too, we should go into the value-added segment instead of going in for the garden variety. This is what we started concentrating on. If you see, last year we had the record production of rails, which is one of the highest contribution giving product in the portfolio of the company. And second is, we should go in for the debt reduction as fast as possible. We should try to deleverage it, and we should borrow more money only for expanding the units and not for the purpose of meeting the working capital requirements. So that is the mantra, and I'm sure in the coming years we will continue to work on this. And as we enter the next financial year, 21-22, I'm sure we will try to achieve the target which we have kept for ourselves. And also we will be able to bring down our debt by 50% in the next 2 to 3 years. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for joining us this morning, Mr. Kumar. Great chatting with you, and all the best.
Thank you very much.